Welcome my dear students. Today the 7th chapter, the last topic. Okay. We are going to discuss the asymptotes. What are the possible asymptotes for the given curve? The first sum, first subdivision, f of x equal to x square by x square minus 1. So here three types of asymptotes may possible. Vertical asymptote, horizontal asymptote and slant asymptote. The degree of the numerator is greater than the denominator, then the slant asymptote exists. So for this one, no slant asymptote, only may horizontal and vertical. Already told you, to obtain the vertical asymptotes, for what value of x, y becomes infinity, that is the vertical asymptotes. So look at my dear student. So look at the denominator. It becomes x equal to 1 or x equal to minus 1. The denominator becomes 0. There are x equal to minus 1 and x equal to 1. There are two vertical asymptotes. So if you want to write it in theoretically, so you have to write if x equal to 1, limit f of x equal to limit x tends to 1. So here x square by x square minus what, it can be written as limit x tends to 1, x square by x square into 1 minus 1 by x square. Okay. Cancel x square. So sorry, no need that one because we are directly applying the limit. Okay. So if you put x tends to 1, 1 by 0, it becomes infinity. So, okay. So x equal to 1 is the vertical asymptote. Similarly, limit x tends to minus 1, f of x equal to limit x tends to minus 1, x square by x square minus 1 equal to again 1 by 0 infinity. In both the cases, y becomes infinity. So x equal to 1 and x equal to minus 1 are the vertical asymptotes. Vertical asymptotes. Okay. So we are getting two vertical asymptotes. The next one, for what value of y, x becomes infinity, that is called as the horizontal asymptotes. Instead of applying y tends to some value, here we are going to apply limit x tends to infinity. So limit x tends to infinity f of x. So get the horizontal asymptote, always apply limit x tends to infinity. Okay. So limit x tends to infinity x square by x square minus 1. So limit x tends to infinity x square by x square into 1 minus 1 by x square. So this one is cancel. So x square cancel. If you put x tends to infinity, 1 by infinity becomes 0. Okay. So 1 minus 0, we are getting 1. So y equal to 1. Y equal to 1 is a horizontal asymptote. Okay. So for this question, x equal to 1 and x equal to minus 1 are the vertical asymptotes and y equal to 1 is a horizontal asymptote. Look at the diagram. So x, easy to draw the diagram. X equal to 1, x equal to minus 1, both the line, and y equal to plus 1. For all other values the curve exists. So remaining portion we have to write the curve with the condition that it is asymptotic to that lines. Y equal to 1. So it is asymptotic to both y equal to 1, x equal to 1. Here x equal to minus 1, y equal to 1. Here x equal to minus 1, x equal to 1. We have to write as per the asymptote. Okay, asymptotic to these lines. This is the curve for the given function. So second subdivision, f of x is given as x square by x plus 1. So if you put x equal to minus 1, denominator becomes 0, it becomes infinity, y becomes infinity. So apply limit x tends to minus 1, f of x equal to limit x tends to minus 1, x square by x plus 1 becomes infinity. Okay, 1 by 0 again infinity. So what we are getting, x equal to minus 1 is a vertical asymptote. Okay. So x equal to minus 1 is a vertical asymptote. So this is the line x equal to minus 1. Look at here, my dear student. The degree of the numerator is greater than the degree of the denominator. That's why surely slant asymptote exists. To get this slant asymptote, already told you, apply the division method. So with respect to the quotient, we can write the slant asymptote. So x square, here the divisor is x plus 1. So here we can put x. So x square, okay, plus x, change the sign and r. So it minus, here also minus. So what we are getting? Minus x as the remainder, and we have to cancel this. So here we have to put minus 1. So minus x minus 1, change the sign and r. Okay, so what we are getting? 0. So plus 1. Okay, so look at here. So look at the quotient. Y equal to that x minus 1 is the slant asymptote. Okay, so y equal to x minus 1 is the slant asymptote. If you put x equal to 0, y equal to minus 1. So this is the point, y equal to minus 1. So this is the slant asymptote is passing through this point. So look at the diagram. So x equal to that curve passes through, exists for all the values except these two. Okay, so it passes through already 0, 0. Okay, so it is asymptotic to both the lines, x equal to minus 1 and y equal to x minus 1. Here also the portion exists. So it is, the curve is discontinuous one. It is two, it's look like two parts. Okay, so with respect to the asymptote, we are drawing the curve. Subdivision 3, question number 1 in the exercise 7.9. F of x is given as 3x by root of x square plus 2. So for here if we put any value for x, y does not becomes infinity. So here no vertical asymptote. So try it for the horizontal asymptote. Okay, so for that one, okay, listen here, we have to apply left hand limit and right hand limit because it is a different problem. For other sums, we apply just only the right hand limit extends to infinity or the limit of the function. Okay, so look at here, to apply the right hand limit, let x equal to 1 by y, which implies y equal to let y equal to 1 by x, which implies x equal to 1 by y. So we are going to apply the right hand limit. That means x tends to infinity plus infinity. So if x tends to plus infinity means y tends to 0 plus. Okay, so limit x tends to infinity, f of x equal to limit y tends to 0 plus. So look at here. So 3 is a constant, we can keep it outside. 3 into x is 1 by y by root of 1 by y square plus 2. So take the LCM, limit y tends to 0 plus 1 by y by root of 1 plus 2 y square. If we by y square, if we take the square root, it becomes y. So cancel. So I think 3 is outside. So now if we put y tends to 0, it becomes 1. So 3 into 1 is 3. So we are getting 3. Okay, and if you want to apply limit x tends to minus infinity, so for that one, let me take y equal to minus 1 by x, which implies x equal to minus 1 by y. So if x tends to minus infinity means again y tends to 0. That is not needed for us. Okay, again 0 plus. Okay, so f of x equal to 3, already 3 is a constant, limit y tends to 0 plus, so minus 1 by y by minus 1 by the whole square, again becomes positive. So we are getting limit 3 into limit y tends to 0 plus minus 1 by y by root of 1 plus 2y square by y. So this is cancelled. Now we apply the limit y tends to 0, it becomes minus 1. Minus 1 into 3 minus 3. So we are getting y equal to 3 and y equal to minus 3. There are two horizontal asymptotes. Okay, two asymptotes. I think if you want to draw the diagram, very easy one. Y equal to 3, one horizontal asymptote. Y equal to minus 3, another horizontal asymptote. This is x-axis and y-axis. I think between the two limits, the curve exists. Okay. So it is asymptotic to both the lines. So the curve may be like this. Okay. So this is the curve for the required one. So my dear student, subdivision 4 in the first question. So look at the denominator. If we apply x equal to minus 3, it becomes 0. We get the vertical asymptote. So limit extends to minus 3, f of x equal to limit extends to minus 3 x square minus 6x minus 1 by x plus 3. So whatever may be the numerator, 9 plus 18 minus 1 by 0, anyway infinity. Okay. So x equal to minus 3 is a vertical asymptote. Okay. So x equal to minus 3 is the vertical asymptote. And then look at the degree of the numerator. It is greater than the denominator. Surely slant asymptote exists. Already told you use the division method. Okay. So x square minus 6x minus 1 x plus 3 you have to multiply by x. So x square plus 3x, change the sign and add, we are getting minus what is that? Minus 9x minus 1. Again we need, so put minus 9. So minus 9x plus, minus, what is that? 27. Change the sign and add, it becomes 0, it becomes minus 1 plus. Okay. So it becomes 26. So y equal to x minus 9 is a slant asymptote. Are you clear? So we are getting y equal to x minus 9 is a slant asymptote. So look at the diagram. It is a minus 9. So the slant asymptote passing through y equal to minus 9. And the curve exists in both of us, asymptotic to both the lines. X equal to minus 3 is one of the vertical asymptote and it is a slant asymptote. It exists between the two. So subdivision 5 in the exercise 7.9 first question. F of x equal to x square plus xx minus 4 by 3x minus 6. It is similar to the previous question. So again look at the denominator. If you put x equal to 2, it becomes 0. So apply limit extends to 2 f of x. So it becomes infinity. So x equal to 2 is a vertical asymptote. Okay. Then look at the degree of the numerator is greater than the denominator. Surely slant asymptote exists. Again use the division method. Okay. So 3x minus 6. So we need x square. So 1 by x by 3. Okay. So it becomes x square. Change the sign and subtract. And what is that? Minus 2x. Change the sign and subtract. Add odd. So what we are getting? 8x minus 4. Okay. So again we need, what is that? 8x here. So multiply by 8 by 3. So 3 cancel, we are getting 8x. Okay. So 2 into 8, what we are getting? Minus 16. Change the sign and add. Minus here plus. Okay. So what we are getting? 12. So look at the quotient. So y equal to, we can take 1 by 3 common. 1 by 3 into x plus 8 is a slant asymptote. Are you clear? We are getting vertical asymptote is x equal to 2 and the slant asymptote is 1 by 3 into x plus 8. So look at the diagram. It is the vertical asymptote x equal to 2 and it is the slant asymptote y equal to 1 by 3 into x plus 2. So between the two asymptotes we may draw the diagram. But here we can't draw this diagram only with respect to the asymptotes. Here it is some portion lies above x axis. It is, we can just finding out the x-intercept. okay, all the things, then only it is able to draw this diagram.